Floyd Money Mayweather, easy work, and Manny Pacquiao meet face to face and discuss a rematch for this year.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely, I will.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one.
Yeah, it's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything. And you know,
Floyd Mayweather has thrown down the gauntlet, calling out Manny Pacquiao for a potential rematch. The boxing icon is teasing one final mega fight, igniting speculation and excitement among fans worldwide.
And the caption says, I'm coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao this year. Another 9-figure payday on the way at Mayweather Promotions.
Pacquiao's return reflects a broader trend in boxing, where legends like Tyson and Mayweather have re-entered the spotlight. Now, it's Manny's turn once again to remind the world why he's one of the sport's most iconic figures.
Yeah, it's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and, you know, try his best. That's what Manny, one thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So, yeah, he's going to give it his all. Again, you can't beat Father Time, but Father Time is hard, and it was very hard watching him fight Lucas, and you could see it. And then watching the exhibition he had with the Korean guy or the Japanese guy in last year, yeah, it's hard to watch. I know Manny, I know the man that I was sparring. I love that guy. So, but again, he's a legend, and if he turns it on, he can still do it.
Pacquiao has a strong case for being among the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in boxing history. While Sugar Ray Robinson often tops such lists, names like Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, and Pernell Whitaker also stand tall, but Pacquiao's resume holds its own. Whether judging by career accomplishments or peak dominance such as his run at 140 pounds, demolishing Ricky Hatton and Miguel Cotto, his place in history is undeniable. Pacquiao is clear. This isn't a farewell tour. He wants to retire on his own terms, with powerful victories possibly over both Barrios and Mayweather sealing his legacy. It's not about reliving the past, but finishing his story as a true warrior. Their rivalry has extended beyond the ring in 2009. Pacquiao sued Mayweather for defamation over PED allegations. Although settled, it added another layer to their ongoing feud. Their saga has touched courtrooms, headlines, and boxing's biggest stage. ESPN's Dan Rafael shared insights from Pacquiao's attorney, Daniel Petruccelli, who emphasized that regardless of fight negotiations, the lawsuit was necessary to defend Manny's reputation against what they viewed as malicious and reckless claims.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely, I will.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, you know, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulders.
There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
He's older than me.
You know, when we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Where Manny had a great career, but boxing retired Manny. Manny didn't retire from boxing.
I'm still young, so what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that.
Pacquiao insists that money isn't his main motivation. Speaking candidly, he shares how his passion for boxing never faded, even during his years in politics. The love from fans and the pull of the ring continue to inspire him. He's not chasing a paycheck, he's chasing closure.
My heart that I thought I won the fight.
Okay, but do you want the rematch in part? How do you view him just as a person, not about the fight, but you've expressed before that you never really liked what he stood for outside the ring as a person, and you would like to defeat him because of that. that fair to say?
I'm what I see him outside the ring is you know, of course I don't want to blame him, but the way he grow with the wrong community, I mean, like, and you have to know how to respect and how to, you know, not so arrogant or anything. I'm not saying that, but you know, sometimes bad company corrupt good character.
Still, one analyst offers a contrasting take, suggesting Pacquiao's return is more about financial gain than reclaiming dominance. With his massive global fan base, any fight involving him is bound to draw significant attention, win or lose. It's a strategic move to remind the world of his star power.
Speaking of Mayweather, fam, do you see they're doing the Pacquiao rematch?
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say
This
that,
guy-
bro. I was
bro.
about to say that. They announced it, and all the
In
fans
the
were like,
weirdest way, bro. It's like, yo, they didn't even know. It's like they didn't know if they actually meant to announce it or not.
This is
Or
what I'm
like
saying.
that fight's actually happening.
I heard in the comments that they announced it in like Chinese or something before, and then the crowd
was
went
in, like,
crazy.
Japan, right?
Yeah, like in their language they announced it, and then they went crazy, and then they did it in English, and then like that was with silence.
That makes sense because yo, Manny Pacquiao said it's like no one cared. I was like, bro, are we like hearing
Like,
the same thing from?
people
Like,
are
the man just said he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, and no one cared. Everyone's like, okay, like, you know, hand over the mic, dog. Like, bro, like, bro, it's
People are
like
saying
massive.
that. They're saying that, or they're saying, oh, like where they were, it's like culture to not like make noise during stuff like.
Nah, bro,
They get the
you know
respect
the
what they
fans
do.
that Manny Pacquiao has and stuff, bro. If he's announcing that fight, you know these guys are going off.
Not everyone is thrilled about Pacquiao's return. Boxing great Ricky Hatton has voiced concerns about the safety and fairness of a 46-year-old fighting a younger opponent. He likens it to other aging legends making risky comebacks, cautioning that such moves could tarnish legacies. Fans and analysts echo this worry, questioning whether Pacquiao's body after years away from top-tier competition can withstand the demands of the ring, especially against someone like Barrios.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, you know, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulder, so I did a lot of this training camp. We did a few things, but not really a heavy training like what we did in the usual the 12-round fight. But because this is just a 6 rounds and 2 minutes per round exhibition match, but we did a lot in training, and I think this is a very good stepping stone to come back in boxing. We will see.
So what would the result be?
The prediction is will not last 12 rounds, I think.
Wow, it won't last 12 rounds.
Despite the years gone by, tension between Floyd and Manny still lingers. Mayweather often references his 2015 win, while Pacquiao supporters argue the fight happened late. Their rivalry refuses to fade, and ongoing discussions of a rematch only reignite an unfinished chapter in boxing history. Pacquiao's daily routine features a tough blend of strength workouts, sparring, and endurance training. While the exercises are familiar, his intent is sharper than ever. He's not returning just to compete, but to win convincingly. The intensity in his eyes and the power behind his punches reflect a man fighting not for attention, but for legacy.
Day one. Marvin, good.
At 46, Manny is pushing his physical limits in the demanding Los Angeles training camp led by Freddie Roach. With his July 19th bout against Mario Barrios fast approaching, each session showcases his determination to defy age and prove he still belongs at the highest level.
Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me.
Floyd, what is your assessment of Manny Pacquiao and his shoulder injury?
Come on. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Excuses, excuses, excuses. He was throwing combinations. Everything seemed just fine. He lost. He know he lost. I lost a lot of respect for him. You know, you fight. If you lose, it's okay. Mayweather was the better man. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay. I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter. Manny Pacquiao spoke about that. He shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Pacquiao has confirmed that discussions are ongoing for a rematch with Mayweather later this year. Though nothing is finalized, both camps have dropped consistent hints, suggesting real momentum behind the scenes, with Pacquiao already preparing. For Barrios, many see this as a two-step statement. First dominate Barrios, then settle unfinished business with Floyd.
This is a bad idea. Out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barrios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. About 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said, hells yeah, if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. And there were some health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried.
A potential rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao would spark massive global interest. Fans still passionately debate their 2015 encounter, with many believing the timing robbed boxing of a true clash of the titans.
And of course, we don't want permanent injury po kahit kanino, kahit po kay Anpo, but I want him to be knocked out. But the reason why I wanted that to happen is that if Manny Pacquiao is really considering of coming back to professional boxing, I think that would be a good measurement and sign and a marketing for him when he returned to boxing.
Reflecting on their first fight, Pacquiao reveals he believed he had done enough to win. Even though he wasn't at peak condition, he doesn't blame Floyd for the outcome, but subtly points out that forces outside the ring can sometimes influence even the most respected names in the sport.
Retirement's supposed to be fun. What happened? You're supposed to want to stay retired and relax and have a nice life.
I changed my mind and I realized thinking that the boxing still love me and I love boxing, so why not? I'm not continuing my journey in boxing.
Now, a lot of people have the question how busy you are as a senator and how is that going to play into you preparing for a fight, because preparing for a fight takes your heart and your soul, and you already have a very difficult job as a senator.
Just time management, discipline. I can still manage working in the Senate and then training.
Mayweather has publicly addressed Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring. stating he understands Manny's motivation, especially if it results in a lucrative payday. With the WBC title on the line against Barrios, the stakes are significant, and buzz around a potential second clash between the two legends continues to grow.
We now welcome in ESPN.com senior boxing writer Dan Rayfield. And Dan, what is Pacquiao hoping to accomplish with this lawsuit?
Well, I know that the negotiations for this fight have been ongoing, but I just got off the telephone with Daniel Petrocelli, who is the attorney for Manny Pacquiao, literally moments before coming on the air, and I asked him that exact question. And his point was, regardless of whether or not they're negotiating this fight, that that the comments that they allege that the Mayweather people had made were irresponsible and reckless and malicious, and they had to answer it no matter what. And so they felt like they had no choice but to file the lawsuit regardless of whether or not the fight takes place.
At the Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles, Pacquiao is undergoing intense training under the watchful eye of longtime coach Freddie Roach. From blistering punch drills to focused mitt work, Pacquiao appears energized and determined, showing the same fire that defined his prime. Roach offers sharp advice and motivation as they prepare for what could be one of boxing's most talked about comebacks.
He also has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention, put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought, that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God, these are two of the best fighters we've ever seen. And they're both in their primes, in the same weight class at the same time. We have to see that fight. So Pacquiao's peak was just about as good as anyone in history.
George Kambosos Jr. has weighed in on Manny Pacquiao's comeback, expressing genuine excitement for the exhibition bout against Mario Barrios. Calling Pacquiao a living legend, Kambosos believes this surprising return could defy expectations and prove that Manny still has the skills to leave a strong mark even at this stage of his career.
Fought against Manny Pacquiao, you fought against Floyd Mayweather. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest puncher, what would you rate both fighters?
We all know that Mayweather is not known for a big punch. It stings, it stings, yes. I would have to say they're about the same. It's funny because I didn't feel Pacquiao's punch. I didn't do anything to me, so I didn't really feel his punch. They punch the same. The only difference is that Pacquiao has the ability to really maybe knock you out, but he's got to land that perfect punch. And Pacquiao's more of a, he doesn't have that good timing like Mayweather.
What about speed?
Speed, it's different. It's different speed because Mayweather is a guy who one fast shot, boom. Pacquiao he'll throw 4, 5, 6, 7 punches and fast. I think both guys might be the same. I would have to go with Pacquiao.
Pacquiao he hasn't been a pro in a minute, and they're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barrios technically should win, but this isn't fair. Like, we could have had Brian Norman Jr. versus Barrios, but we're getting Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Manny Pacquiao is past his prime. He's not in his fighting years no more. And then can't he make 147? And then you're letting him fight for the belt. That doesn't make any type of sense. And then if he beats Barrios, let's say hypothetically he beats him, is he gonna unify? Because Boots, that's sitting in the lamp to the slaughter. Brian Norman, that's sitting in the lamp to slaughter. This doesn't make no sense.